Welcome back to 5 Minutes with Philly FileMaker. This is Jason Mundock from phillyfilemaker.org. I'm delighted to be here with Ernest Koe from Proof. If you're from Philly, you're part of the group. You probably remember Ernest from a session he did in, I think it was February, in Philly. It was great to have him there. Hopefully we can get him back sometime this year. So first of all, as I've been doing these interviews, I've been talking to people first about San Francisco as a location for DEF CON. And how many DEF CONs have you been to?
I've been to about 10 DEF CONs.
Yeah.
Officially maybe 9, but I've been to.
How many? Has there been 14?
There's been 14.
I was trying to get
There's actually been 15 DEF CONs, although they never talked about the first one.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, but I think that's right. If memory serves me right, I think the Monterey one may not have been an official DEF CON.
Okay. So DEF CON sort of came out of that first.
But
I have to dig into that.
I'm not the official historian.
No, I understand.
I'm just going by hearsay.
I understand. So what do you think of San Francisco as a...
I think it's an inspired location. You know, I think, look, DEF CON is perhaps, I think it's the highlight of a lot of developers' experience, FileMaker developers' experience. It really is the only kind of conference of its kind for us.
Sure.
You know, there's nothing quite like it. And I think to put it in a city, in the urban core, where there are other things to do, and people can actually have networking opportunities or other kinds of extracurricular activities outside of the sessions in a really rich, urban environments. It's outstanding. So I really love the location. I think it's inspired. It's
been a lot of fun. Right now we are late morning of day 3, and I'm hearing a lot of that same feedback. Something I thought was interesting was a tweet up they had. Anvil DataWorks sponsored at a bar about 2.5 blocks from here. And so we had 40 or 50 people sort of migrate over there, and that's exactly what you're talking about. I think it's kind of neat to be able to get out of the conference environment.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of the themes. I think what they did right this year, in some ways, is in not doing too much, right? Because previous DEF CONs used to be about sort of a structured experience from day one. It's like Disneyland. You go in, it's 7 o'clock in the morning, you come out at the other end, having gone through the entire day in the same 6 or 7 rooms. And now we've got something different, which is very cool.
It's great. But let's talk about pause on error.
Yeah.
Let's give us a little bit of a background of how it came together. You're one of the founders, and where it's going.
We prefer the word steering committee, but yeah.
Okay. Founding father doesn't work right. All right. So part of the steering committee, but an originator, right?
Yes.
Tell us who was involved and where it came from.
Pause and error originated as a series of brainstorming sessions between me, Andy Gaunt, and John Sniller of Seed Code. I think early on in the year, it's been almost a year now that we've been talking about, we really feel that there is an opportunity, or people are really asking for a kind of experience that's not DEF CON. Well, DEF CON is fantastic and it offers, everybody should be coming here if you're, a FileMaker developer. But there's enough, there are enough people out there who are doing work that are looking for a venue to kind of share this stuff and to critique this stuff in a more intimate setting and to be less formal about it. So there are no presentations, there's no slide, there's no prep. It's low key, low stress, low everything, low cost, and it's just really a way for people to hang out and check in with each other and say what's going on. Here's what I'm doing, and let's I'll show you mine, show me yours, that kind of thing.
Right.
So we felt that this is a great opportunity. I think we're really ripe. The community has come to a point where we can say, hey, let's just hang out.
Yeah. Let's
just have some fun together. We take our work seriously. It's like, I really believe that it's cool to be doing this kind of stuff. Right? I mean, it's like, yes, we're geeks. We love software. We're passionate about development, and we celebrate it. Right? I don't want to go around hiding about, oh, gee, I'm a geek. I'm really going to a photography conference, It's like, yeah, I think Pause and Error came out of that idea that let's celebrate what we're doing and let's get together often.
What drove New York as the first Pause on Error?
Well, a couple of things. One, we were sensitive to the whole FileMaker DEF CON, the potential of it looking like this was an alternative to DEF CON, and that really wasn't our intention. What we thought was, let's just get together. Let's call up some of our best friends who are in the community and see whether they'll be interested in hanging out with us, and see where it goes. And our thought was New York was easy to get to for people who can just get up and go.
Right.
If you are going to make the effort to come to something like Posnera and hang out with John or myself or Andy and Jesse, and Cord and all those guys, then New York would be sort of the logical choice. The alternative would be another big city like San Francisco or Seattle or whatnot. But we wanted to make it sort of an opposite coast, so that it would be hard for people to sort of go to San Francisco twice, I think.
Right.
But so that was one motivation, right? And that's New York. But the second thing is we thought we really felt like it needed to be in a venue where we could do the least amount of work. So it had all the public transportation stuff, it had all the facilities, it had the right hotel, and there was really not a lot of combinations. You put all that together for that to kind of sort out. New York was a logical choice after that.
Yeah, that's true. You've got a lot of it already taken care of for you.
Yeah, and that's one of the key things. One of the rules. Rule number one of Posnera is you don't have to talk about Posnera, right? No, kidding. It's not a fight club, but yeah, one of our internal steering committee rules is that it has to not feel like work for us.
Yeah.
We can't be conference administrators. That would suck.
That would no longer be fun.
No.
Is there a website that people can go to learn about? Because I think some people may not even really understand what Posnera is.
Yeah. The best place to go to is our wiki, and you can Google that. It's just Posnera.
Posnera. Okay.
Posnera pbworks.com.
Okay.
pbworks.com is the actual link. We've kept it purposefully kind of low key. So if you're in the know, I'm really happy you found this. I'm sure you'll find a tweet about it at some point, but that's where it all points to.
Very good. Let's talk about Proof for just a few minutes, and tell us about the company. Whatever you want to plug, feel free.
Yeah, Proof. Thanks, Jason. Proof is a labor of passion and love for a bunch of us who have been working together for many, many years. We've been doing this over 10 years, I think. Collectively, of course, even longer than that. We've been in the FileMaker school software business for a long time, and Proof is sort of the second reincarnation of mostly the same team, to kind of take a second crack at reimagining what software for school should look like. So it's a little bit of a deja vu, but I'm a firm believer in doing what you're good at.
Yeah.
And what I think we're uniquely qualified to do is to solve problems in the education environment. That's not to say we won't take projects outside of
right.
our core business, and we do if the right one comes along. But really, we really love the education world. We've lived it. We know it. We have deep connections in there, and I think we have a really vested interest in bringing solutions that solve problems at that level. Talking about student records, nothing really sexy. It's not NASA.
Right.
It's day-to-day stuff that keeps schools running. Everything at school.
Excellent. And who's involved? Who's part of the company?
Myself, Steve Ritchie, are the other partners and founders, and along with our other partners, Corn Walker, who most people
these are names that
have
been around the industry forever.
Right. Mike Lee, Andy Chase, who's mostly in the PHP Drupal side, but you hear him every once in a while. We just picked up some old friends, Jason Fry, and we'll continue to expand. So we've got some part-time people working with us, and hopefully they'll grow even more as we go on.
That's fantastic. Well, we really enjoyed having you in Philly. Hope you can come back.
Excited to do it.
Connect with Colin and let's try to get something scheduled. All right, well, thanks very much for taking the time to be with us.
Appreciate it.
All right, 5 minutes with Philly FileMaker. Go to phillyfilemaker.org.
Thank you.